A big difference. Yeah, we don't come in here and discuss ABW. Yeah, kids can't consent. And again, you're comparing apples and oranges. Legitimately. I'm not, oh my God, Kaylee. Your thought process literally gives me, how many times have I said, yes, it's great that it came out. Absolutely. Put it out there. Put the charge out there. That should have been enough. I said, me, Angie, the one that has this page, would not read the police report because there is a victim attached that is not on social media that we know of that has not given consent to read the stuff that he went through. That is what I said. If you choose to do that, that is on you. But yes, bringing it to light that happened, great, absolutely. I just know that you didn't like it when you got doxxed. You didn't like it either. I know, Karen. I know, love. Yeah, I don't know. She hasn't even answered my question yet. I've said a million times, I'm not bringing it up if we can't have a civilized conversation. I'm not going back and forth in regards to this pitter patter that we're doing right now. If she wants to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. And that's the end of that. But I don't come on my platform and argue. It's just not what I do. We have other stuff to talk about and discuss. This is the first time I've seen it. I've asked a million times. It's the first time I've seen it. First time I've seen you say that. Okay, I'm going to bring only Kaylee up. I'm not bringing anyone else up right now. I'm going to bring only Kaylee up. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on.
So, first things first, it's not. So, my issue here is immediately after I interviewed Jordan, Shelby went and hi, Shelby. I know he's in here. Shelby went on a rage campaign and went to you first, and you went right up with him and you talked shit about me. I've got it all. Are you saying you didn't do that?
Talk shit about you in regards to Jordan. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if you consider talking shit, me being like, I don't know why she would do that because she knows what happened with Chris, the nice beard Chris, when the same thing happened, because I thought that you were a 2K supporter. So no, I don't understand why
But I'm not.
why you would do that. So
I
that's what I said.
supported him as the primary parent, but that's not all you said. You said other things. But I'm not going to argue because we can pretend it didn't. I can get the live and do it. But regardless, that happens. Then you went on to, because you say you don't entertain the drama, then you went on to entertain the drama with Roaches, who's also in the chat. And then you entertained the drama with the homebody thing. So it just seems like it's about who I'm going after and considering that I'm going after friends.
You're talking about 3 situations in a matter of months, right? And I only brought up the Jordan thing, only came up in conversation one time. The Roaches thing came up in conversation in my...
Immediately after these things happened each time.
Okay. Do you realize though that my chat is run, or my lives are run by my chat, right? So they come in, they bring in the topics. So they brought it up. I was confused in regards to Roaches. She came up because I'm like, I can't see Kaylee saying that. That doesn't make
So do you not do research before you do lives at all?
No. Unless it's a schedule.
Do you not think so? Are you a licensed social worker, or were you?
Hold on. Listen. Think of when the live happened with Roaches, right? It came in as soon as we came in. Everyone was like, "Oh, did you see that she was her bullying, and I'm like, wait, what? And then like, oh, she brought up her deceased. I'm like, that wouldn't happen. Why would that happen? What's happening? Then she came in. I said, you guys are not allowed to speak about the situation that happened at all. I do not want that on my platform. I'm not dealing with that because that brings up trauma for me. It's triggering for me. So I'm not going to talk about it at all. I don't want to know. Now, had I known ahead of time, if I was going to actually do like an interview and talk to her, absolutely, I would have researched the situation. But no, I'm not going to because I didn't know about it until literally I got on live and they brought it up. They were not allowed to talk about it at all, period.
But you brought her up before before anything, correct?
I brought her up only to say what happened before that. Why would she bring it up? That was
But you
she
allowed
was
her
up
to
there
tell
for
her side, correct?
no, she was not allowed to tell her side. I told everybody in the chat and her, I said, do not bring, I will block you. Do not bring up what happened as soon as I found out that there was a child no longer with us. I said, do not bring it up. That is very triggering and traumatizing to me. So do not bring it up. I'm not covering this story. I'm not talking about it. I don't want to know. Don't bring it up. It was a quick thing and I'm done.
So that's not exactly how it went though. Y'all did talk about it. And so do you not think, I just have a question. Do you have a license? Did you at any point in your life have a license in social work? Because you do base your platform off of saying that you're a social worker, correct?
I am a social worker. I do not have
So
a
you are.
license because I do not work in a clinical setting.
Have you ever had a license in social work?
No, I don't work in a clinical setting. I've never worked in a clinical
What
setting.
degree do you have?
Listen, I'm not going back and forth with
I'm
you.
just asking a question because you are telling people okay, so that just tells me what I need to know. You're telling people you're a social worker, and then you're saying that, like, when you are promoting people and bringing them up on your platform and they have done things against children while you're actively saying that you are a social worker, that's not ethical.
So let me ask, okay, since that's what you think, right? Because
Yes, that's exactly what I think. That's not
you're a
ethical.
nurse, right?
Absolutely. My license has been spread across this app. I'm a registered nurse.
Got you, right? My daughter as well. So if someone was to come to you and say something about, I don't know, about their medical stuff, you would be able to answer that question more so than me. So don't you think
Yes, because I have credentials.
hold on, so do I. Don't you think as a social
Then
worker,
say what they are.
I don't need to come on. I've already
Because
been
you don't
taught.
have credentials. If you had credentials, you would say what they are. That's
No,
the
I
reality.
choose
You are
not. No,
promoting people who
hold
have
on.
committed crimes against children, and you are
I am
saying that
not
I am
promoting
wrong for
people. I am
pulling it
not.
out. You
Stop.
promote
I am
Shelby.
not promoting people that do crimes against children. What I said was when people come up, again, I knew nothing about the entire thing with roaches at all. At all. I did not want to know. I don't want to talk about it. That was it. I want to know, find out what it was that was said beforehand because I didn't believe that you would say that.
Then why would you bring her up
That
before
was
you did
it.
that?
That was it. That was the end of that conversation. It's never been brought up again at all. But as a social worker,
As
don't you
someone
think
with a platform, it's your duty.
all of my clients have backgrounds. Every single one of them. In the whole 30
Okay.
years, they all have backgrounds. So don't you think that I'm used to working with individuals who have backgrounds who get second chances or are working at the second chance or getting ready to get rid? That's the type of people that I work with on a daily. But I'm not here to go into my work and what it is that I do. I've been
But you use your job as your background of how you know to talk about this information. Are you saying that you don't do that when you talk about the court records? You don't do that?
I love it too. Uh, in a sense, yeah, I do because I go over court records all day, every day.
So you are held to a standard. I don't talk
I
about being
don't
a nurse, like
use.
being a nurse.
I'm not over here giving advice. I say all the time, I can't give legal advice. I can't do this. Things are different in each state, and blah 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 blah. So I can't give any type of advice. Right? People ask me questions.
Obviously.
I answer questions.
And that's fine, but you do give advice, you do speak on things, and then you brought someone up. You say you advocate. Do you not say you advocate for children? Is the whole reason you cover 2K Bree and Baby W because you advocate for the child, or are you just a 2K fan?
No, it's because I've said this from the beginning. To me, it was extremely interesting to have a young couple and have a man fighting for custody of a child at such a young age, because that doesn't happen very often. And I think shedding light on that is amazing because a lot of times what happened is men or younger men kind of feel like the mom just always wins in the custody case, and it's harder for them to get custody or get visitation, and the court system is hard to navigate, so a lot of times they just give up. So I'm like, what an amazing
Yeah,
opportunity to
I'm aware
shed
because
light.
I've been through this.
Yeah, to shed light. Well, you asked me a question, I'm answering it. So
I
what
know.
a great
I'm
opportunity.
aware. Have you been through anything like that? Do you work with the court system?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I do.
So,
I literally
as a
do.
social worker, you have credentials to work with the court system.
I've spent the last 10 years working with criminally justice involved youth. That is what I do. That is what I have been doing. But again, I'm not
Youth,
going
but
back.
not custody, correct?
Kaylee, I'm not going into what it is that
But
you
that
do
you just
for
don't
a
want to,
job,
like, you're
what
not
I
trying
do.
to be honest.
No,
It's
it's not
not
about being
about
honest.
that.
It's about that
You
I have
tried
boundaries.
to
No, I
call
get to
me
have
out.
no, I get to have boundaries,
So
just
do
like you
I.
get to have boundaries, right? We both have
Yes.
already been doxxed. So why
And no
I'm not
chasing
putting
crime. I don't advocate for
I'm
scammers. None
I'm
of
not
you have
putting
any
any
proof
more of
that
my
Jordan committed a
information out
scam.
there.
Y'all don't like receipts.
I'm not putting any more of my personal information out there. I'm not, because it's already been put out. So I'm not doing it.
So are you telling me that when you made that video, you were not talking about me at all? The person who read the police report out. It wasn't about me.
In that video, when I was talking about, well, first I said that the original person, so I was talking about Ruby originally, and then I said, yeah, that you had read that out, but that was about a lot of different people. If you listen all the way to the end, it actually, the reason why I made the video was because of the information that I got at the end, that I saw that some of the SOC gang members had made some very disparaging remarks about other creators, and that's not something that I stand for. That is why the entire video was made.
Your people do that a lot.
So do yours.
I know
But
they
now
do.
that I
I'm not
told
worried
them,
about mine calling people out, but
no,
yours do it and you're in denial that they do it.
no,
And
I
you're
don't.
at the
No, I'm
head of
not.
it.
No, I'm not. It's just when I see it, then I deal with it. Listen, I'm not on, like you guys, I'm not on TikTok all day at all. I'm not scrolling all day. I'm not on live. I go on live for 2 hours a day. Besides that, the information that I get is stuff that's sent to me. So if my people are doing it, I don't know. But when it's sent to me, then that's when I will deal with
You
it.
don't think that you should hold a standard and maybe do your research before you talk about things
If
or
I'm,
bring people up?
if I'm talking about a certain situation, right? That
Hmm.
is scheduled ahead of time, then yes, I do my research. Or sometimes they'll tell me ahead of time, hey, this is what we want to talk about, like the Stapletons, right? So I did my research and I talked about them. But if we're just in a live and they're just spouting it out in here, then I'm like, wait, what? What happened? You guys send me the clips and we do it that way. I'm not here to solve fucking
So
world.
you're saying you don't
The
operate
crime.
off of receipts.
I
You
do.
just operate off of what your chat says,
Sure.
correct?
Yep. We'll go with that.
I'm
Yes.
just asking, is that true? So have you called, since your chat's going on this, have you called Jordan a scammer? And I would like to know if any of y'all have records of this because y'all do understand what defamation and slander is, right? And that you can be sued for it, and especially when you have a platform.
Who's even talking about Jordan?
Your chat, I'm reading it. And you specifically called him that when you said that I went live with them, when you
I,
and
I
Shelby
said
talked
I
about it.
said that I felt you were wrong for going live from, because
And y'all called him
anybody
a
who,
kidnapper, which is also defamatory.
well, if we're not going to be able to just have a conversation to where I can even answer the question without you cutting me off, I'm not real sure.
Well, you were yelling, and I haven't yelled.
I'm not yelling. Trust me, you'll know what I'm yelling. I tried to
That's
say,
very angry at me. But
okay,
okay.
well, that's on you. So I said Jordan allowed for her to bring baby W there, sit him up on a platform for 2 days to be filmed where they're over there like, oh my god, you guys, look how much money he's making, look how much money we're making, and that poor kid to be able to sit there and with thank you, love, with TTS just blasting him with that. That's absolutely unacceptable. I don't know
Okay.
why anybody would allow such a thing. I don't understand how anybody can support Bree and Santos in the nonsense that they do. I have no idea how anybody would ever be able to support that. But
So
nonetheless,
since you work with the court system, are you aware that none of those people can or will be held accountable in that? That only Brianna can be held accountable for that?
yep.
Okay, just making sure that you understand that and that you should probably tell your
I'm not.
chat that
I'm
because they
not
don't
an idiot.
realize that.
I'm
Well,
not
I'm
an
just
idiot.
making
If I was
sure because
to
y'all
say,
seem to be calling people kidnappers and scammers when you
No,
don't have
and I've
documented proof of these
and I've
things.
corrected my chat too when they're like, I don't understand how it is that she's not being held as that being kidnapping. I said because unfortunately she was not served properly, so it is not considered kidnapping because she has to be served properly. Even though she read the document, she was very well aware she was not supposed to do it. She wasn't served properly. That's how it goes. We also have an attorney that comes up and breaks it down and goes over it with us, who is a practicing attorney in California for family law. She explains it to us as well.
Good. Well, they should probably understand because, like they said right there, he aided in it. It's not illegal. You do realize that a lot of these kids are like 22, 23, 24, and they don't have kids. They don't understand the responsibility of having kids.
So
All
it's
my
just
point is
exactly
y'all
like
can
that.
say the things that y'all want, but if you don't have the receipts and documentation to prove it, it is slander and defamation. If you're going to talk about me, just at me. If you're like, I don't care, you can talk anything you want, but don't pretend that you're not when you did. You went live with Shelby and you did it. You brought him back up and you did it. You brought roaches on here and didn't do your research. And then
I
you're
don't think
trying
it
to
will.
say that I victimized somebody, and I did not.
That's not what I said. And first of
You
all,
said that
again,
I
me
contacted
bringing
the
roaches,
family, and I did not.
I didn't say that. I said somehow the family has now been informed. I'm assuming from scrolling. I've said that many times. I said, can you imagine the family just scrolling out and all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, this is it. And then I can see them reaching out is what I said. But again, it just, all of this doesn't matter. We're just going tit for tat for the same thing over and over and over. You always said, which is why I never brought Jordan up. You're always like, oh, all anyone can ever say to me is about Jordan. Did I interview Jordan? Did I interview Jordan? I don't bring Jordan up, and then you bring Jordan up 87 times. It's
Because you brought it up when you went live with Shelby.
oh my god. How long ago was that?
It doesn't matter. You did it.
I
You have
go
a
live every
platform. You have an
day.
obligation to these things. Okay,
Okay.
so do I. And
Listen, TikTok is not that deep for
it's
me.
not, but it was for
It
you to
must
post a
be
video about it.
so all hail Kaylee. We're not allowed to just make a
No,
video.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
but
Just
you
take
can assume
accountability.
that
You
it's
were the one
about
that
you.
told me to
Trust me,
message you if I had a
trust me.
problem, but you posted a video.
Right, because listen, you tell me, well I'm live, right? You do a
Mhm.
video